If I asked you if your dog loves you or hates you, what would your answer be? Well, if you don't know, check out in this video 5 signs that your dog doesn't love you. Hello everyone, welcome to the Pets Connection channel. In today's video we're going to talk about a complicated topic. Does your dog love you or hate you? The final answer may surprise you. If you're curious to know if your furry pet likes you or not, check out these 5 signs I'm going to talk about, and at the end of the video, I'll talk about how you can reverse this. Pets Connection, teaching tutors, re-educating dogs. The first sign is lack of socialization. The most common between human and dog is physical contact. After all, we love to pet, hug and kiss our dogs, right? When dogs like their owner or are even calm, they allow this more intimate contact without any problem. However, if your dog makes a sign that he is going to bite you or runs away when you try to pet him, it is possible to say that he does not like you that much. Sometimes this occurs for a variety of reasons, but in general, many owners isolate and ignore the dog for long periods of time. This causes the dog to change its behavior and not know how to socialize properly with the tutor and even with other dogs. The lack of socialization and interaction creates negative desires/feelings for you and the dog. Therefore, always try to interact with your dog on a daily basis. Second sign, hides from you. If you have a dog, you know that when calling by name, it is very common for the dog to come running towards you. After all, dogs have this behavior of following their owners. Now if you call or go to the dog and he runs away from you, we have a problem there. It's not common and could be an indication that your dog is afraid of you and prefers to avoid any contact. This often occurs because of physical or psychological abuse. But calm down, I'm not saying that you might have mistreated your pet. Animals have very relative behavior, which my dog ignores, not necessarily yours would. Often a scolding, a slipper or any change you can traumatize your pet. So be very careful with that. Third sign, attacks you or growls when you try to give a command. Does your dog keep threatening to bite you when you get close or when you give a command? That's a clear sign that he doesn't like you very much. Sometimes this behavior is developed during the training period. Many tutors do not have the patience and experience to properly train a dog. As I said earlier, dogs are sensitive. Hitting, cursing and humiliating will never be a way of training and making the dog have discipline. On the contrary, it will only make your dog hate you even more. Over time, the dog begins to associate a command with cursing and aggression, and, to protect itself from this, it ends up growling and even advancing on the tutor. I'm sure you didn't know all this, right? So leave your like on our video, so we'll know we're helping you. Combined? Fourth sign, don't wag your tail. This is really a very clear sign that your dog doesn't like you. The most common thing when a dog loves the owner is to look and wagging its tail, happy to be in the presence of the tutor. Now if you get close to your dog and he doesn't react and ignores you, that's an indication that the relationship between you two isn't going very well. And finally, the fifth sign, he doesn't invite you to play. The last sign is that your dog, when he loves you, seeks to interact and play with you at all times. But when that doesn't happen, maybe it's a sign that your dog doesn't have that much feeling for you. This, as explained earlier, is due to poor socialization. Well, if you identify these behaviors, your dog probably doesn't love you. But calm down, it's possible to reverse this. As promised at the beginning of the video, we'll give you some tips to make your dog love you again. The first tip is to start investing time and attention with your pet. Leaving the pet trapped alone or not giving any kind of attention throughout the day is harmful to the two of you's relationship. Interact with your pet. Give affection, go for a walk, throw a ball for him to play with. Another important tip is that you respect your puppy's limits. They will not always be in the mood and patience for certain activities. Observe how your dog acts on a daily basis and avoid performing behaviors that may irritate your pet even more. For example, my dog hates it when I pretend to bite his tummy. If I know he doesn't like it, why am I going to annoy him with this attitude all the time? This will only make the relationship worse. Have respect for your dog. I guarantee that by being respectful and interacting positively with your dog, he will come back to love you. Another important tip is not to hit or curse your dog. This greatly affects the way he sees you. Avoid this negative behavior. And these were our tips for you to make your puppy love you again. Now you know what are the signs that your dog does not love you. Want to know how to show your furry friend that you love them in their own language? It's popping up on screen, 15 special ways to let your dog know you love them in their own language. You will be amazed by these tips. Watch the video and find out everything. A big hug.